It's the same introduction, basically, just one-on-one.
Yep. But do better. Hi, everyone. My name's Girlfriend. Oh, right.
I think just an introduction of yourself and...
Introduction?
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Woo! Like,
you like it more?
I freaking love it. Like, I didn't look anywhere close to Loic Bruni, but I felt like I did.
Pretty much the very beginning, I absolutely loved it.
It feels actually great.
We're all breathing hard and smiling. That must be a really good sign.
I just fell and smashed my butthole on the seat. It hurt so bad.
So to start off the first round of reviews here at FRAMEWORDS, we have 3 size medium bikes. We have a Canyon Spectral CF, a Commencal Meta TR, and a YT JEFFSY carbon. We partnered suspension-wise with EXT, Era forks, and Vecta coil shocks on all 3 of the bikes to keep everything standard and feeling the same. Tires, we have Maxxis DHR2 in the rear, Ascii front, and for cockpits, we're running Bergtech. For brakes, we're running SRAM Code Silver. All 3 of these bikes are 29 front and rear.
Everyone, my name is Cole. Welcome to the FRAMEWORDS channel, where we're hopefully going to have lots of really cool bikes that we're talking about, mainly the frames. In case you haven't figured it out already, we're going to be doing just frames with a control group of components. We think that that's going to be really fun to focus on what the bike is actually good or bad at and not get hung up on, parts or component minutia in a bike review. I started riding bikes when I was like 9, and I've done basically that for the rest of my life. I was super blessed to have the opportunity to do it professionally when I was in my early 20s. Got to race World Cups and World Champs, and got to meet a lot of amazing people who I still idolize as riders and as people. And I got to learn a lot about mountain bikes. And I think that bringing that into the FRAMEWORDS channel is super exciting for me. Hopefully it's super valuable for you. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing this. Tend to lean toward the techie stuff because as a racer, that's basically what you're riding. And I just love to go fast and be on rails if possible, over the rough stuff, holding high lines, getting traction, and going as fast as possible. That's what I love.
My name's Girlfriend. I'm 37 years old, and I ride bikes for FRAMEWORDS. I started riding bikes in 2018, which is not that long ago, but pretty much all Kyle and I do is ride bikes. In 2018, I started coaching bikes to little kids before I really even knew how to ride a bike. And because I was on my bike every single day with little kids, I progressed super fast. I used to coach a lot of cross country, but I mostly now coach in the downhill park at Snowmass Bike Park. And that's my favorite type of riding to do. What's better than riding the lift up and getting to go really fast down the hill? So although I do pedal during the week, it's only mostly under duress.
I'm Kyle, age 37. Introducing myself to the FRAMEWORDS world here. I'm a full-time bike mechanic and full-time bike rider, but I don't get paid to ride the bikes. As a mechanic, my favorite things are definitely building wheels and servicing suspension. It's just very fulfilling to do that. Although I've only been riding for 7 years, I've probably owned 10 to 12 bikes, so I feel like I have a decent feel for bikes and how they work and ride and what I like. So why not test some more bikes that I've never ridden before? My favorite parts about biking are downhill parks and jumps. And that's, you feel it in your arms, you feel it in your feet.
So get this, my elbows, like right here, on both arms and kind of my shoulders, super sore after riding that bike yesterday.
I just felt it right through here.
On that bike.
Yeah, yep.
Isn't that weird? We're going to talk about each bike. We're going to give it an award and where we would go ride it, and its goods and its bads. So, Caitlin, let's start with the JEFFSY. Let's give it, what award would you give the JEFFSY?
Most fun. I think it's the most fun for me anyways. I think it just like wants to be in the air on little jumps, like when there's a little bump in the trail. Maybe not my favorite bike for big jumps, but for just like hopping around on the trail, I think it's the most fun.
Most fun award goes to the JEFFSY. And if you were going to go on a ride with the JEFFSY, what would you choose to ride?
I think the JEFFSY's like a solid trail bike. I have more fun on this bike, the JEFFSY, when I'm going slower, when I'm not charging, because then I have more room to be playful on the bike, which is what it wants to do. And then I'm more comfortable being really precise in the rock gardens. And so if I just back off a little bit, I'm having more fun. One that it's pretty light, and we don't know exactly how heavy it is, do we?
Nope.
Okay, but it's pretty light. You pick it up and you're like, whoa, this thing is light. And so I wouldn't mind pedaling it a bunch. And I think it's a great after work ride.
Where would you not ride the JEFFSY?
I don't think that the JEFFSY is suited for the bike park, really. I don't think if it were my bike, I would hope that I had a different bike that I could bring to the bike park that would be a little bit more fun, a little bit more stable and planted, a little bit heavier to take on some of the bigger hits that you encounter at the bike park and some of the like higher speeds.
Wow. What award would you give the JEFFSY?
Oh, that thing is a party on wheels. That's the most fun bike, wherever it is. Yeah, it just, like Caitlin was saying, it just wants to pop and be in the air and be flicked around. And when you do get up to speed, you just like swing off the back, open your knees, the bike just dances. You can't ride down a hill and not be smiling on the JEFFSY.
And if you were going riding, what would you take it to go ride?
I would take the JEFFSY on mellower, flowy stuff. It can eat some bumps, but I feel like you don't want to be ripping like double black fast tech with repeated large hits. I think the bike will get overwhelmed. But then again, it's also right in the middle of a trail bike, geo, travel numbers. It has the steepest head angle at 65 here. So it's not trying to be a small enduro bike. It knows it's a trail bike.
And if I was going to give an award to the JEFFSY, I would give it the Beauty Award. I think that bike is freaking sexy. I think it looks the best of all the bikes. I really like that. And if I was going to take the JEFFSY to go ride somewhere, I would take it to a slalom track.
Ooh.
Or maybe even dirt jumps. If you were going to give an award to the Commencal Meta TR, what would it be?
A race car award. The Meta is fast. It wants to go fast. Until I got up to speed, I wasn't feeling comfy on it. But once I started getting up to speed, especially on straightaways, I felt a lot more excited about the bike and I was having a lot more fun.
You straight hated the bike at first. She was hating on that bike.
Still feel like it's a little rigid for me. I want something a little more playful. But if I was going to take it somewhere, I would take it to a bike park.
Awards for the Commencal, I would give it the participation trophy. So I have the most time on the Commencal. I have like 2-ish months on it, maybe just inside of 2 months. And that was mostly because I was trying to figure it out. I could not figure that bike out as like setup wise, how to ride it. I guess I just came to the realization that it's just too stiff in the front end, and it feels very long in the front end when you stand up to descend. So like it's saved when you're pedaling by its like 79-degree seat angle, feels totally fine. But when I stand up on it, maybe because I'm smaller, it just didn't feel right. And the suspension to me didn't feel right. Yeah, I would give it the participation trophy.
I mean, we texted for weeks and weeks and weeks trying to figure that bike out, talked on the phone, called EXT. I mean, Kyle put in the time to like give that bike a fair shake. And I mean, not until maybe like we got here were you like, okay, I can maybe see some like right sides to this bike. Man, before we got here, he was like, this thing is trash.
That being said, bring it to the bike park where trails are wider, more open, bigger turns. And I like the bike much more.
An award for the meta, Commencal meta would be podium, top of the podium. I'm going to give it the podium award. I just think it's fast and it's intuitive. It's automatic to go quick on it. So if you're like, if what makes you smile when you go riding, linking corners and having track momentum and going fast, and training to go fast, that's the bike out of these three that I would for sure choose. And if I was going to take it somewhere to go riding, I would take it pretty much everywhere except for like a long, flat-ish cross-country ride. I think in places like Moab, like Captain Ahab in Moab, the thing is going to motor. I haven't ridden it there, but I can tell I'm going to love it there. I feel like that bike feels more bottomless. And in turns, it doesn't double and triple apex. It just holds a line and just rockets out of corner. Your exit speed is like, puts a smile on your face. If you're a dork like me that loves exit speed, like, that's the bike.
I'm going to give the Spectral the Old Trusty award. Old Trusty is something that is not going to, it's going to work for you wherever you go. It's like the best all around. It's got a little bit more weight than the JEFFSY, so you can kind of take it everywhere. You can take it on a little bit of a gnarlier. It rides very similar, but it does handle the bumps a little bit better, and so you can get up to speed a little bit better. If you were going to take a trail bike to the bike park and you could only have one bike, then maybe the Spectral would be a better option than the JEFFSY.
I would give the Spectral, if I could make up an award and give it to it, I would give it the stamp of approval. Coming back to like its all-around capability, although you do feel a lot of the trail in your arms and legs, feel a lot of the bumps, but I feel like it's playful like that one, but it can almost, you feel the bumps, but it can eat the bumps better, if that makes any sense. You can drive through them, and yeah, you feel them through your arms and through your feet, but you don't feel like the bike gets held up or that you're overwhelming the bike. You just feel it more. The bike is just fun, and it feels good, and it feels fast, although it is a little chattery. It's just very easy to get along with on every kind of trail. It's like a slightly larger version of the JEFFSY, I feel like. Like Caitlin said, you can take it to the bike park, you can do big ass jumps, you can ride gnarly tech, and it'll have your back.
My award for the Spectral would be the Mike Tyson Award, because I felt beat up after riding it. Again, I have the most time on the Spectral of anybody here, and I feel a little bit like Kyle. Like, I spent a lot of time trying to get that bike to feel exactly how I wanted the meta to feel. The meta felt like I think a bike should feel in the first 200 yards of riding it. And I spent months trying to get the Spectral to feel like that. So again, different tool for different styles of riding, but I would give it the Mike Tyson Award. I got sore from it and it felt rough to me. And maybe it was because I was just fighting the bike too. Like, it wasn't flowing for me. So I came out of rides more tired and kind of just searching for something and not jazzed about it. So felt like I came out of a boxing ring after every ride. If I was going to take it on a ride somewhere, though, I would take it on technical climb trails because it's freaking great at climbing. Like, I can't emphasize that enough. If you can figure out how to descend on the Spectral, which I think you guys have, man, I can see why that would be like kind of the quiver killer bike, because my experience climbing on it was very different than my experience descending on it. All right, well, there you have it, everybody. lots of information on 3 super awesome bikes. But what's the verdict? This is a shootout after all. So who are the winners? Well, I think you'll probably extrapolate that my favorite bike, Commencal Meta TR. Kyle's favorite bike, Canyon Spectral. Girlfriend, aka Caitlin, her favorite bike was the YT JEFFSY. So before we get to the overall winner, just wanted to point out we have no fixed plot here, right? We don't care what bike wins. And honestly, that's what's beautiful about a frame specific review is we've got our control group and we've partnered with some really cool people for that. We've partnered with nobody for frames. Who's the winner? Well, the overall winner is the Canyon Spectral. Why? Because it does a lot of things well and maybe not the best. It probably doesn't do anything the best, but it does a lot of things really well. To the point where it's the overall winner. It is the overall trail bike that I guess all of us would choose to have. It climbs really well, obviously means it pedals really well. It's poppy and playful. It can also kind of smash and motor across stuff. So it does all those things good enough where it outshines the Meta TR or the YT JEFFSY as a one bike winner. So obviously the YT is even more playful and poppy. The Meta TR is more planted and racy. So that's the results for our FRAMEWORDS first episode pilot. We had fun. We hope you had fun. We hope it was informative. And we hope to see you again soon with a whole new crop of bikes. Maybe we'll go bigger, enduro. Maybe we'll go smaller, down country, cross country. Or maybe we'll go e-bikes. We don't know. We'll let you know. We're having fun. Later.
It's
Oh!
It was the Canyon.
Saved by the Bell.
By the way, all these bikes will be for sale. If you want the Canyon, we'll buff it out.
That'll buff out, no problem.
Out.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
Oh wait, which way am I going?
Straight!
Are we in you guys' way?
No, we're filming, so we're just doing little segments.
Did I look cool?
You looked so cool. I saw you get some air.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.